Welcome back to the Scorpio channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to my channel, I'm going to do a general message for Scorpio. Know that energy is fluid. Roles could be reversed. You know the deal. Just interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also know on this channel and all my channels, I like to dive deep within the reading. So I look at everything, but we take a lot more time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, to see how they play out as karmic themes, to help you understand why your person's doing what they're doing, why you're attracting that person into your life. If the universe brings us what we need, does the universe feel that we need to be angry all the time or be triggered or ruminating? No. Understand those are side effects of having spiritual blockages. Spiritual blockages are a combination of astral energy, which is mind energy, combined with emotional energy, held in the body as stress, and it's what determines our energy vibration. So it's all subconscious. Spiritual experiences are considered karmic. And since there's many different realities that play out at one time, when you continue to live an experience that keeps you stuck in a place of limitation, fear, or any energy that's out of alignment with God, which is the energy of unconditional love, which is the same energy as the universe, well, then, and actually is the same energy as you when you're God-given energy, when you are most open to receiving, that's your energy. However, we all live in imbalanced environments and, form habits and behaviorisms to deal with those imbalances. Problem is that when we get out of those environments, we still are, dealing with life the same way with the same habits and behaviorisms. So to recondition, we have to become aware. You're the alchemist of your life. You can't just get rid of negative energy. You have to transmute the negative energy. So that's first awareness, and then there's a transmutation process, meaning what do I need to do to fix it? Okay, anything of any importance or relevance to the channel, you know where to find it. It's in the description box. If you have signed up for shadow healing and have not gotten a link, please send me an email. As we get bigger and bigger, eventually we will be moving on to YouTube. But right now, while the group is small, I am giving Zoom. I'm doing it through Zoom. So please, like I said, send me a link if you haven't. Um, Gotten a link from me. So your link would just be like an email address that I can send you the link. All right. $7.99, folks. You know what you get. Inner child healing, shadow healing, reparenting, all the healing modalities to help you heal the effects of trauma. Very interactive. And it's a very good thing for $7.99 because when we go through trauma, a lot of times we get stuck. We get stuck ruminating. So having that extra support is great. I mean, healing in a group environment is very therapeutic because most of the time we go through our trauma by ourselves. And so we feel so different. We feel isolated, disconnected. So to heal in a group really is, I think, fabulous because when I went through my trauma, I didn't have anyone to talk to. I didn't feel supported. So I didn't share. And so because I didn't share, I couldn't work through anything. Because sometimes it's just talking about what happened that allows you to figure out like what you need. Not all the time do you want answers, but you will get support in that arena also, not just from me, but from the other people in the group. All right, so the underlying energy is jealousy. Ooh. So we want to know why everyone's doing what they're doing. That's what the underlying energy is. That tells us why people are wearing a mask, what is influencing their actions. Okay. The other word is compassion. Oh, so I feel like you're in separation from someone that, you know, normally they do have a lot of compassion for you, believe it or not. They might not acted like it, but they want you to have compassion for them. They feel like you're someone that's very compassionate and you're a good catch. And they feel like you would be a good catch, But the problem is that they've been in separation from you for a long time. So what's influencing is really the fact that this person is jealous. And they're jealous because, hey, you're a good catch. People are going to see that. And now they're again focused on how they treated you. And they feel bad about that because, like I said, this person normally does have compassion for you. They are someone that has feelings. Oh my God, that feels so good. Like I had an itch. Okay, sorry. But they were, someone that just they know that you look at them as a disappointment. And I think that that's really what's triggering this jealousy too. It's not just that, hey, you're a good catch, but you don't see me the same way. And normally you are a compassionate person, but this person feels like they pushed you to a place where you're not going to be compassionate. You don't want to be compassionate. It's like with this person. Now, is it true? No, I feel like they're fantasizing. And they're fantasizing because they feel guilty. And they're jealous because it's like, well, if you're not talking to me, you're going to be talking to somebody else. It's not that this person doesn't think that you're a good option. They know that you're a good option, but they had a hard time of letting go of the past and the fears associated with it. So I feel like either they were in a relationship for a long period of time that didn't work, and they never really dealt with that. And so, because they never really dealt with it, the intimacy issue between you and them, like, is fragmented. Because as long as this person didn't look and doesn't want to look at what transpired in the previous relationship, it will continue to play out as chaos within the relationship. And so you're like, they just, you know, they didn't treat you for you. They didn't take the time to get to know you. Instead, they came into the relationship with a lot of preconceived notions about who you were, what you would want, how much they were going to give you, and everything was based on the previous relationship, which didn't work out. Clearly, this person had like didn't let go of the past. So that means they held on to the anger, the resentment, which means that they were giving it all to you. And you got tired of the dishonesty, you got tired of the disrespect and the lying. So this person gaslighted a lot. It's like two sets of rules, but they're not going to say that. They're just not going to be honest. They're not going to, because part of them is like, I don't really want that intimate connection. I don't really want that because I'm still dealing with the past relationship, even though they weren't in that relationship. And you just got tired of the abuse. Why are you abusing me for what someone else did to you? But then you're going to create an illusion that everything's fine, where I know that you're living a lie and you don't care that you're creating a lot of resentment. I mean, because this person was full of resentment because of that previous relationship without being able to let go, not never taking into consideration that, hey, you went through a few bad relationships yourself. And you're like, is that why this keeps playing out? Like this type, I keep getting these people in my life. Yes, if you keep on attracting the same type of people that are dishonest, that say they want a relationship, but they're not ready for a relationship. They don't want you to move forward. They want the benefits of being in a relationship, where to the point that you feel disturbed by it. It's like emotionally, psychologically, because this person's excluding you, and not just excluding you, but, you feel, again, not forgotten about, but they do things where they don't they know that it's wrong. They know that it's hurting you. It's not like you're not telling them. You're saying you're taking out on me what someone else did to you, and that you're not forming the intimate connection because you exclude me from everything. So you want to compartmentalize. And in order to do that, you smoke too much, you drink too much. So this person's imbalanced. Because again, in order to deal with life, they have addictions and their relationships. Well, they're basing every single relationship on the all the baggage, like that they have. They're treating you like, again, like you're the person that they were in the relationship with. So they're going to judge how much they're going to give to you, how they're going to treat you, when you can come along. It's, again, your happiness relies on that. But meanwhile, they haven't healed from the past. So things that you are going to ask for, like things like intimacy and trust and opening up, is going to trigger this person because, again, they haven't healed. So that's why you're paying for it. It's like you're paying for it because they have all this unhealed stuff, and with intimacy, with trust. And so they can't be transparent. They're going to compartmentalize. They're going to avoid through addictions. And all you know is you're not getting any attention. Like, and you're like, I don't know what this is. It's like, or why you would even want to hold on to me. Like, what is this? So, because it's, again, the person has feelings for you. It's not like they don't. It's just, it's going to be one-sided. It's like this person's used to being alone, and they really need to take the time to be alone and do the work. When they say they're alone, it's that they're running from relationship to relationship to relationship. And if you keep attracting a person like the spirit saying, it's time that you go on a lone path. Because this person didn't want to miss their chance. That's why they did what they did. And right now, I feel like they actually are taking some time out because they're like, I don't really know, like, how to deal with this situation, really. And they don't. All you know is that, hey, we have different ideas about what love and intimacy are. It's like you don't want to be honest. You feel like, you want me to give and act all loving and pure and open, but you're going to make me pay for what someone else did to you. It's, again, and so it's almost like whenever this person gets triggered again by something that you do, it awakens a trauma from that previous relationship, and then they just can't help it but to be abusive towards you. And that's the problem with unhealed people. Hurt people hurt people. And so you're always dealing with problems and trust issues. And if you don't have trust, you can't have strong roots. Again, strong roots is that, you know, that the person's not going to avoid or check out, that they're going to work through things. They're not going to punish you when you have to, ask for something. You don't want to be in a relationship with someone that is going to go off at any given time just because you triggered them because they have unhealed stuff. So what happens is it's like they are kind of like addicted at this point to the drama. So it's like they like to come into your life like a whirlwind and create a lot of confusion, and it's intense, and it's chaotic. It's like crisis mode because this person refuses to do the healing. So now it's like, well, I didn't want to miss my chance with you, but the only way I know how to stay connected to you is through drama. I mean, I'm not going to bring anything of any value into the relationship. If anything, I'm going to steal your peace. That's the energy here because they haven't healed. So you be consumed because they're consumed. Because as long as they don't heal, that's where they're be. So they're not serious, they're childish. Again, loving to trigger you, loving to get underneath your skin. Again, creating unnecessary trauma, coming in like a whirlwind. Again, and again checking out with their addictions, and we saw that card twice. So it's almost like this person can't deal. So what happens is that they're like, well, you know what, in order for me to control, I'm going to check out. I'm not going to feel, I'm going to disconnect. So of course, knowing that you're going to feel that, and they don't care. It's about dominance. It's about control. It's about the fact that I can't be in a good relationship until I heal from the past. Otherwise, I'm bringing the baggage into this connection, and you're going to pay for it. It's like, so the person's there, but they're not. You're and that's because they check out, because the whole intimacy and the trust and the everyday, when someone shows up every day and they build trust, they build that intimacy, experiences happen. This person is there, but they're not there. They don't want to really be there. It's like, who are you thinking about when you're with me? Are you really there? Or are you just somewhere else because they're a player, or they're thinking about when they can get their next fix, And so that's the thing. It didn't matter that it was crushing you. It didn't matter. This person just wasn't going to face it. So the relationship was always a struggle. That hoping that you would just not see, where really the more that you saw, the more down the rabbit hole you went, and the more empty you began to feel. And so that's really what it is that this person just stays in their trauma, but they didn't want to miss their chance with you. It's like I want you, but I'm not ready to be in a relationship because I can't really recreate that intimacy because that's too scary. So I'm going to create the next best thing, which is a whole lot of drama in your life. So I'm going to steal your peace. And so you say, okay, what are they going to do? And what you see is that that's how they would handle it. It's like, they can't change who they are just to be with you. Understand that. They know what you want. So if there's a part of them that doesn't want to, change, that just is saying, why do I want to change? My life works this way, you know? You left a mark on their heart that they won't forget. But the problem is that they have to guard their heart so that they don't get hurt again. And that's what the problem is. So unless you go to them or they can put in the most minimal effort so that they don't have to be vulnerable, so they don't have to create that trust and that bond, well, hey, then they're all for it. So you have to say, why would you connect to a person that wasn't ready to be in a relationship that, was so spiritually sick? Really, that's what we'll call them, because person that's all about themselves, that creates drama, doesn't care about the other person. So a very selfish behavior to come into a person's life and disrupt them because it's like, well, you're a good catch and I feel the connection. I don't want you to miss my chance with you, but I'm not ready to give to you because hey, someone else did, you know, no. Cleansing, card number one, card number two, physical touch, that's it. Card number three, naive, support, optimist, and overwhelmed. Well, I mean, it says it right here. Physical touch tells me everything, and you have cleansing energy or an empath. So I believe that this person's a bit narcissistic, and we throw that word around a lot. But narcissists love to emotionally manipulate. So again, I associate physical touch with that emotional. So boy, this person did not do that. You grew up in an environment where if you're sensitive because emotionally you didn't get what you needed, you were born into sensitivity. But the environment was overwhelming. There was no support for you. So understand empaths tend to stay very naive. They feel like they can fix things. This person thought that of you. And also at one time, hey, you believe that love could fix everything and that your love was like that because you have healing energies. You would almost too optimistic, right? Spirit says that's a problem with empaths and highly sensitive people. They tend to give too much. They love too much. They want to fix, but there's things inside of them that need fixing. And what we see is emotionally, you didn't get what you needed. So attracting a person that emotionally can't give to you because they're still never dealt with their past pain, well, that's recreating the same type of environment, which we don't want. So we pull six to see how are we supposed to transmute this negative energy. I'm gonna pull six, right? I'm gonna pull six. Well, maybe one more just because. All right. Let's see. Look at this. Spirit saying, oh, to send life to help you let go of who you were, to realize who you are, to release the past, meaning you don't need anyone to make you feel emotionally good. You can pour into your own cup. And this is how you transformed yourself. Spirit says, now it's time to yes, you have to stand in unshakable faith, meaning that, hey, nothing might be happening right now, and I'm looking for something to happen to, but you're putting your energy towards, again, creating yourself. And I say that because we pull here soul's calling, like you're listening to the whisper of your soul, aligning your actions with your value and divine timing. That God's saying everything's going to happen in accordance to the right time. So don't try to rush it because sometimes we're like, oh my God, is that happening? Like, or is it going to happen? Or, hey, God, do you see my bank account? Like, understanding God says, I see it all. And we're like, well, I don't think you do because and so we have to not be in the logical, analytical mind. We have to have faith, and that unshakable faith means that we have to rely on God's timing because sometimes things are happening that we don't actually see what's happening. God, I look bold, right? Bring some bangs down, girl. Like, so, you know, anyway. So Spirit's saying to flow with grace, to flow with grace. We go with the flow of life. It's not about, being able to control your environment. If we grew up in a place where emotionally we didn't get what we need, then we have the empath, we tend to be the fixer. Spirit saying, no, 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 we're not fixing here. We're learning how to go with the flow of life, and that's by being in the passion for life. Remember that second chakra is your unique individuality. It's your emotional center. It's to, again, Spirit saying, navigate your difficulties with a calm and acceptance. Be at peace with yourself. And you can flow with grace when we're going with the flow of life. And that's just listening to our intuition and being grounded and doing what we love, and the universe will conspire to make a way where there is no way. It's just like I said, things are happening internally, spiritually, that we don't know. And again, like they say that God sharpens you during the times of silence, right? That is polishing you up, is fixing you up. So we don't really know what that looks like because it's all subconsciously. So everything is happening in divine time, spirit saying. So yes, you have to be in a place of faith. So the challenge would have been whether you would have picked a person like this, which obviously would have kept you bound to your inner childhood pain of emotionally never getting, because they would not be able to give to you. You'd be their emotional punching bag. And you'd miss out on what's happening because transformation means taking that negative energy from the past and embodying a whole new consciousness. And that's what you're doing when you're on your path. It's just it hasn't happened yet. And so the devil is always waiting too. And the devil says, well, you know what? This person hasn't let go of who they are to become who they are yet. But it's again, once you said, oh, well, I'm not going to be with this person, and you put the energy into yourself, Spirit says, well, that's how you, again, broke the karma because now you're sending life because you're transforming that energy. You're no longer the same person that emotionally needs and would settle for less and would be the fixer, the helper, because that's how you learned how to get love. Spirit says, no, it's about becoming who you truly are, that your environment, yes, you were always a good person, a sensitive person, but not to the fault that the environment created. The environment created what was best for the environment, not what was best for you, which happens in dysfunctional families, because not everyone shows up. Somebody's wearing a mask. There's a few people wearing a mask. Everyone's wearing a mask. But the main characters, the mother and the father, are definitely wearing a mask. So again, they're showing the world one thing, but at home they don't wear that mask. So we leave off with one message, which is again transformation. So you went through this experience to help you transform those fragmented pieces of yourself. So Spirit says you are constantly evolving, whether you know it or you're not. That you improve inwardly by working on your weaknesses and refine your strength. Life ensures that you are presented with situations that will help you learn and grow, and that you're aware of your progress and you open your wings to light. This relationship was just to help you transform. Again, say, I am worth it. I don't need you. I'm not the fixer. I'm not the fix-it lady. I'm not the punching bag. I don't need a codependent relationship. I'm whole. I'm free. And I'm transforming that energy into, again, stepping into the person that I was meant to be, the person that God intended me to be, not what the environment told me that I am. I'm going to leave that there. You let me know how you resonated. I love you guys. Be true to you. Remember that. Bye bye.